So today I will tell you something like we have completed this tool, and I'll be sharing that file which I have shown you last time. So just you have to be ready with that so that I can share that file with you. So I'll be sharing that file. So let me check and show you that file. And one more thing you need to do, you need to download the database. So I will tell you what is the role of database here so that we can connect these values. So just a second, that is the folder one is .NET one. So I'll be sharing this ASP and this web controls. After that, master page also I will share. We have done that. So this file I'll be sharing with you. Okay. This file I will be sharing with you. Okay. This one. So it has all the controls which we have done already also. So this you will get it and you will use it. And this one is ASP.NET. This is a theoretical one. You should know about the ASP.NET framework. So what is the ASP framework? And this has a theory part. Okay. This I will share so that you be aware of what the things are. Okay. The stages, what are the stages? What is the page load control and all? Okay. Then after that, we are going to start with this portion that is ADO.NET. That means connecting with the database. So now we have learned how to design the application. Now we have to learn how to code the application in the background. Now we will send this into the background means when now we wanted to save the data that we are taking from the user into the database. For that we'll learn these things. Okay. So we will use this. Okay. In order to do it. So for that we actually require a software. For that you need to go to the browser again. And for that we require SQL Server, that is whatever version is suited for your system. Suppose you are using 64-bit system, you are having 32-bit system. According to that, you will get that particular software. So today I will tell you about the commands of SQL because you don't have that. So I will tell you the way where you can run those applications. So I will tell you about that. Let me tell you where to download. So you will go to the Microsoft website and from here only you can download the SQL. Okay. So I'm going to this place here and try SQL Server on premises or in cloud. So you'll go there and you'll go to the this one is a cloud one. This is an edge one, and this is was the premises. This has a free trial, and these two are actually not into this. So you can use this one, okay? Or you can download the free version also, whichever you want. So you can download a free specialized edition. So better is that downloading the trial version, or you can go with this one. These are better ones. Okay, you can download this express one because we will be using this express edition. Okay, why this is better? Because first of all it is free. Second task is like you need to work on this. Okay, express one. Okay, so you need to work on this express one because these are mostly the developers who are trying to learn. So it is, see, it is clearly written this express edition is free edition. And even if I talk to you, like I have also installed, this is also the same one. Okay, this is also the same one, this one only which I have installed, express one. So express one is only required. Okay, so once you install, if you open it, so this is my one is very older version, that is 2008. You can use any other. I will also update the new one version. So once you open it, look like this. Okay, so this is a place from where you run the query. So if you click here, so you can run the query on this window. Okay, so if it opens, then you will run the application. Okay, so it's taking a time. If it opens, then it will be, there will be, okay, so there is a problem connecting to this. Okay, so let me, okay, so that is not available here. So let me check this. It's for authentication. So there are two ways of connecting to this SQL and this. I think this version is also not supported in my system, so I have also have to download the newer version. So I will show you how to do that. So let me put it this one into download. So I have to install this also. So I will also download it here. So I will click on the download now, and this will start downloading. Okay. So this is actually the downloader that is, or you can call it an installer. This is of 6.1 MB, and once it is installed, you have to click yes, and then you have to install it. So let me open the control panel, and let me remove the previous program also, which I have installed that is not working. So sometime it may happen that you accidentally download a version that is not working with you. So first check the compatibility of your system. Means check it out whether which version you are having. Okay, so basically once you install the SQL, you can see there are a lot of files related to SQL. This. So you have to uninstall one by one. That is also one problem here. So click on remove. Okay, till the time it is taking the time of uninstalling, let me start with the SQL. What is SQL first? So let's not wait for that. So let's start with SQL. What is an SQL? Okay, what is an SQL? SQL. So SQL stands for Structured Query Language. Structured Query Language, that is the short form of SQL, that is Structured Query Language, that is SQL. Okay, so SQL is a language used in databases. It helps to design database. It helps to design database. Okay, and it helps to design database. It helps to design database and and store values in tabular form. Means the data is stored into the form of rows and columns. Okay, so in the form of tables, the data is stored. And how SQL is helpful using the query. This is a different language. It is used in databases, and there are many examples of databases. So what we now actually I was downloading, I was downloading SQL Server. So SQL Server is also a type of database. It is a DBMS, database management system. So like SQL Server is there, MySQL is there. Then there are many more databases like Oracle is there. So Oracle is a complete company which have many databases. Okay, so Oracle have many versions: 8i, 9i, 10G, 11G, 12C, etc., etc. But I'm telling these are the older versions. There are many new versions now also. Okay, so there are many databases. I have named these. These few are very popular. So SQL Server is of Microsoft. This is of Apache Corporation and Foundational Corporation, you call it. And this is Oracle Corporation. So they have many also versions, and similarly with SQL also. 2008, 10, 12, and so on. A lot of versions are there. Okay. So currently we are downloading 19 and on. Okay. So you can download many versions are there, and you can use all of them. Okay. So this is what is happening. So there are a lot of ways of doing this. So now question is why we require database. Why we require database? So the answer is in order to store the data permanently and also manipulate it easily. Okay. In order to store the data permanently and also manipulate it easily. So where is database helpful? Database is helpful in order to store the data permanently and also to manipulate it. Okay, so that is important. So manipulating and storing the data is also important. So we need to manipulate and we need to use it. So that's required in here. Okay, so that is why we require this. So we need to store the data and we need to manipulate it. Both are required. So like there are many examples. Like if you are using any email account, whether it's Gmail or this or any other, all are having databases. You are using FB, you are using other things like you are using WhatsApp. So how you did you get a backup of your data? Because that data is being stored somewhere. So that is big stored in database. So every language have this, okay, database options. Okay, clear? So this is what is happening here. So let us start with the database. So actually what we have done till now, we have done design of the interface, that is with the HTML oblique CSS, okay, oblique JavaScript and whatever it is. Then we have done coding, that is done with C sharp. We have done, we are doing the C.cs file, that is. So once you get that value, you need to send that value to the database so that it is stored permanently and whenever you require, you can get it back. That we are going to learn. That is being stored in the database. So there are different servers. There is one server. So HTML and CSS are compiled by browser. Browser runs that. Coding part is being stored and run by IIS server. I've shown you. So we run the whenever we run this any of the applications here. Suppose I run this page. If I run this page in the browser, so you will see this IIS server is running. See IIS Express it is showing in a very small part here. So IIS server is running. So .NET actually the .NET server that we require is that is IIS Express. Okay, so that is IIS Express. So for the database we use the SQL Server, MySQL, etc. Whatever. So we are using here as SQL Server. I'm not writing the version. Version can be any version. Like for the this we are using the Visual Studio. So we are using any of the versions whichever is compatible with our system. Here also the same thing is there. Okay. So now we have done this part. We have done the coding part. Now we need to whatever we are getting from the form, we need to take it into the variable and we can send it into this. Okay. So I'll show you how to get that value first. So suppose let me show you this is our form. Okay. So this is suppose this is I'm taking one button here, a different not submit, but I will take one more button here so that I can show you that how we are going to get it into the okay. So I'm going the properties, I'm changing the name. I'm just writing send to server. Okay. You can write anything. So here I can do the coding. Okay. What I will do, I will check it out from here. This is text box one is for username. Okay. Then text box two is for password, then age, then I will just show you one or two. So I will just go to this, make it bold. I will go to the code part. Here I'll write down the code. Okay. So suppose what I'm doing, I'm writing here text box one. So what I will do, I will take the variable in that I can take the value. Okay. So what I can do, I can put here string s1 equals to text box one dot text, and here string s2 equals to text box two dot text. Okay. So this is text box 1, 2, and 3, and 4, and 5, and so on. Okay. So I can do this again. Copy this from here, paste it here, and I'll make it S4, and then I will make it S5, and this will be text box 4, and this will be text box 5. Okay. So suppose I'm changing this name. I'm writing here user, and this one I'm making as pass. Okay, that's just for password. What I can do, I can just for your sake, I can just show you what is it is. So if username is, suppose I'm writing here, is admin, and pass, that is in second one, that is the text box 2 has a password. Suppose password is abc at the rate 123. Suppose I'm giving this, it can be anything. Okay, so user is this, and okay, so okay, let me check it directly. I'm just making it here. Text box 1, not text only here. Make it that. And here also I'm making that. Type bool. And here also I'm doing two string. Okay, so we have done this here, and now we are going to do what we are going to do. I may match this. Then I will, what I will do, I will send it to other location. So in response dot redirect, what I will do, I will send it to other location. So where I will send, there must be some success page I have made. If not, I will make it as okay. So suppose what I will do after this here, I will add one more page here, and in that page, that page name will, I will keep it as success or inbox. I can suppose the name is inbox, like I'm making a Gmail type of system. Okay, so this is the inbox. Okay, so this page, I'm going to the design portion here. I'll just go to the table, I will insert table. Okay, this is inbox. I'm just writing here, welcome Ankit to your inbox. Okay, it can be inbox. Here we can have one page of database or whatever it is. So what I'm doing, I'm going back to this page again, and here I will send it to this page, user to this page. That is the name of the page is inbox. Inbox dot asp. Okay, so I will send it here. Okay, so this is abc at the rate 123. I'm clicking here, send it to server. Okay, so now see, you can see if the username and password is correct, it is sending. Suppose if I put it, it's something else here. And now if I submit it, it will not go to that field. Okay, it is not going. Why it is not going? Because I have changed that. Okay. So we can also put in the else portion the, so this was if, but in the else portion you can, in the else portion you can put like here. So here in this response.write, I will write down uh, whatever you want. Incorrect user ID and password. Okay, this is what will happen here. So if you put something wrong here now, then it will show you that message also. So it can be, you can customize it anyway. Okay. So that means we are getting those values. So if I put here anything, like I'm putting here anything and admin, and this one I'm putting anything else, something wrong. I click it here. So incorrect user ID and password. If I put it correct, now I will go to directly to the inbox. Okay. So why we require database? Because the values that are matching it here directly, this comes from the database. When we connect to the database, this can be any user ID and password which is being matched here. So actually, what we are using matching, we are using username and password only. Okay. Even here, I can write down in the place of text box. I can write down user also, and in this place, I can write down password. Means pass also. So that is not mandatory that we should write this or this. Okay. Okay. So this is like this. So this is admin. This is ABC at the rate 123. I'm writing it here. So it is working. Okay. So you have seen the rule. This design is coming from the HTML or the controls. Then we are these. This is a programming string variables and all. We are taking the value of the text to the this portion C sharp. And now from the C sharp, once we learn the database, we just send these values to the database. And when we go to the check to the database, we will see that these values are there. Okay. So are you getting this is what is happening. So today before this, we'll make it here, login, control, login code. So I'm just pasting the login portion one. Rest I will not paste the code. I will just paste two things here for this portion, this much portion only. So that is C sharp portion here. And the design is already there. You have that design. Okay. So I'm not sending the design because this registration page design already you have. I'm not changing the design portion any of them. Okay. I have just used those values in the registration page to get the login. Okay. So I have just taken these five, but you what you will do, you have to take all the registration page field here. So whatever it is drop down list or anything else, if it is drop down list also, then also you will. So this is the drop down list one. So this one also you have to take it any variable. So here in any variable S6 or I'm not saying S6, you just put suppose country. I'm just giving it the name country only so that you can recognize it. Okay. So here I write down drop down list one dot selected value dot to string. Okay, because we need to convert it to string because we have taken the data type as a string. Okay, so like this for drop down list also you will do. So this value is going to come here. Okay, are you getting? So this is what is happening. So you need to do all these things. Okay, in order to learn this, you need to do it. So your task will be that in the before the next class, you have to write all the boxes here, whatever is there on the design here in the registration page. You have to copy them, and then I will tell you how to do it with the database. So let's a little talk about the database. This I have done here. So I'll paste this code also, this single line which I've changed. Pasting this one also. So dropdown list need to have this thing. It will not like it is not like a text box that they put it anything. So that is login page code. Okay, use the same registration page, just remember. So now let's talk about database, and till that time, let me show you what has to be done. Now we have got this. I have downloaded this. This is 6.1 MB. Now after that, once you start downloading the database is of higher size. Okay. So this is the last part of this portion, database connecting. So see, I'm doing the 2019 version. So I will go to the basic one. Okay. Or you can select the custom one also. Okay. Select custom install type to step through the SQL installation wizard and choose what you want to install. This installation type is detailed and take longer than running. Select basic type, install SQL Server Database Engine, features and default configurations. Okay, so just I'm clicking it here. I want the basic one only. So you can go to the advanced one also because that is going to take a lot of time. So I accept the conditions. Then here I'm going to install this. So see, now they have this version available in the Linux also, if you have Linux system. So this, see, this is not much size. This is 10.495 only. Okay. So you just download it. I'm minimizing it. Let it download. Are you getting? So what you need to do, you must have be clear with the thing. Okay. So this is what you need to do. Okay. So what I'm doing here. So for this, this. Okay. So this one here. And after this, let me tell you about the database. So database, so actually this software which we are using, this is known as database management system. This is not a database, first of all. This software is a database. What is a database management system? SQL Server is a database management system because it can manage many databases, not single database. Okay. So once you have this software, you will create a database. So database can be for one organization, like we have college. So we'll create a college database. Now, how to create that? So the syntax is, so you need to understand the syntaxes because syntaxes are very important. So these are actually whenever you have interview or anything or any exam of SQL or anything. So whatever will be asked will be on the basis of query only. That is SQL part. That is the syntax and how to write it down. Okay. So the syntax is we write down the create, then we give the very simple creating the database. Just we need to write this. So if I give the example, we write down the create command and then we write down the database name. Suppose we have our college name is SSM, so I will SSM create SSM college. It can be any name. Okay. So if you just write it down this command and if you press enter or run button, so once you run this on any database, the database will be created. Okay. So I will show you these queries by running onto the system also. So let's once this installed, till the time it is not there, I will show you how the other method also. If you don't have a database, then how you can run these queries now also. Okay. So there are three type of commands. There are three type of commands. One is DDL command. Then we have DML oblique DQL command. Then we have third type, we have command that is DCL command. Okay. So there are three type of commands or queries which you can fire. So what is a DDL command? This is a data definition language. So what is a data definition language? It is used to define the database. It is used to define the database. Basically, what type of queries are there? They build the structure. Okay. Means first we need to have a table. Okay. So create table command comes under this. Okay. Then we have the more queries like we have alter command also here. Okay. So there are a lot of more commands are there. So let's see about